It's time for a rematch. Cloud9 picks up one of the biggest wins North American CSGO has ever seen in the ESL Pro League's 4th season over in Sao Paulo. Making the crowd roar, of course, someone who's no stranger to North American success in CSGO is none other than Dazed. You probably were the only other contributor in that regard. It's good to have you here to shed some light on how this rematch could go down.
Yeah, we had a couple ESEA LAN wins.
Some things like that. But I mean, outside of that, it's been a long time since North Americans raised a trophy like that.
No, it definitely has. I mean, I think you got to go back to like 2006 or something like that with that ESWC with Cole. But you know what? It's 2016 now.
Woo!
So,
10 years later.
Let's get with the present.
Yeah, and if we were to get with a present, we have to remind you guys that it was SK who stood in their way in that grand finals. And over the course of 3 maps, we did see Cloud9 lift that trophy. It was certainly a turbulent affair for every North American fan out there, and certainly for the Brazilian fans in the crowd. But because the players are ready, we're going to make this one rather brief. We can actually bring up the map veto very swiftly to understand how this one's going to go down. Now, I quickly scrolled down the maps that were played in Sao Paulo, just to see what we do end up on. Overpass Mirage and Dust2. Would you believe it? We do get to see it again. It's going to be Dust2 this time between Cloud9 and SK.
Yeah, C9 always bans Nuke. SK bans Cash. SK's second ban is Nuke as well, so that goes in favor of SK. They play every other map very, very well. But recently, C9 played against SK at ECS for 2 maps. They played them on train twice. They got crushed on both maps, so no surprise that they removed it there. They also didn't perform that well against NIP, was very, very shaky. Even though it was close, their CT side was very, very shaky. And SK is probably the best trained team in the world.
So no surprises there. But I mean, I liked what you did before. When I talked about Cloud9 and IP, I asked you how they match up. Is that something you could be kind of willing to do again for SKC9? Is this a roster that kind of faces off well?
Everything that I said about NIP, how they're more staticky in their CT side, is completely different for SK.
Okay.
I actually think Cloud9, although they beat them at the ESA Pro League, I know this is a very, very tough matchup for C9.
Okay.
I've talked to Stewie about it. They say these guys use their utility so well. They put so much pressure on you. They are very difficult to play against. So complete contrast. Completely
different then, and we're going to be seeing Cloud9 potentially struggle. It's best of 1. It is on Dust2. In terms of like where your prediction lies, given how quick that we're making this segment. In fact, yeah, I'm being told go. Just give me a team name.
Oh, let's go C9.
He's going for it. He made that. Okay. He did it once, and he's going to do it again. NIP just about clinched C9 on train. Maybe Cloud9 can bounce back here versus SK as the rematch is about to begin. A best of 1 casted by none other than Henry G and Sadakist.
See, the interesting thing is that everyone talks about the 2006 being the last international LAN win for North America, but I remember season 17 ESEA when it was Complexity versus iBuyPower who knocked out teams like Virtus Pro. I think Na'Vi was at that LAN. They were playing with Senya, no less. And in that game, I remember Dazed yelling, "What are you doing, Todd?" when he pushed his smoke. And they're actually the last North American team before called to win an international LAN.
Yeah, I think
it's not on the same scale.
I think even a big one.
Well, it was 90 grand, and at the time for that year, it was a big one. There wasn't that many lands that year.
Well, speaking
I
of
counted.
big ones, we
don't have Henry G.
We've got Cloud9 versus SK Gaming, a really interesting matchup considering what we saw at Pro League. Gold0 opening things up. The action is coming in thick and fast. Skadoodle's going to answer back, though. Glock headshot towards Fallen. This is a map that SK famously didn't really play until the early stages of this year. So it's going to be quite turbulent, I think, for SK. I do agree. Cloud9 definitely have a shout going forward, and we'll see what happens here as we calm things down slightly and we get to the 4-on-4.
Gold0 playing at that car position as well is going to try and get baited in from FNX. That's essential in this because we know that position's one and done, but if FNX can pull them away, it can help. But Cold's gone and gotten aggressive, giving away his position early, but finds the kill in doing so. A second one as well, looks for a third. This could be him baiting an FNX in turn, and that's exactly how it works because he starts to distract. They know he's there, and FNX pops back out from CT, finds the final 2, and SK will take the pistol.
They will indeed. Cloud9 sticking to their guns. Quite a lot of T teams go towards long on Dust2. It's quite a valuable part of the map to take over, and a lot of teams will commit as well. But Gold0 shutting them down with that car was, he said, baiting an FNX, and he steps up and manages to finish it off with the last 2 kills there. So 5. SK did this quite a lot. We've seen it be down for quite a lot of times as well. The 5 UMP buy in the second round. Ooh, great nade damage there towards Shroud. He just tries to bunny hop out, but he's just getting stunned by those grenades. They have that little bit of a factor towards you. That's why you see teams like use them when they drop a Molotov down as well. I mean, you can't really move after you get smacked in the face with a couple of HGs. But still, yeah, I have to say, this is kind of strange. You know it's going to be a force buy in the second round. So 5 UMPs is certainly a risk, but so far it's paying off. Gold0 finds the second kill here. A little bit of damage is automatic. He dropped as well. Skadoodle with a scout. Does get 1 kill, but that's all he's going to get, I'm afraid, for Cloud9. It will be a full 8 next round. So SK Gaming farming some considerable cash there with the UMPs. 4K across the board pretty much. They'll have to buy another one, apparently. That's weird. Surely buy an M4 at this point.
Well, they want the money, baby, as you would say.
Yep.
And on Dust2, we have been critical of this in the past. The 5 SMGs on Dust2, the problem being is that there's a lot of range. Now, fortunately, they're doing it CT side. They're up against Glocks, and Glocks don't have range either. So it won't be as big of a problem. The issue is going into the next round. What's the thought process going to be? If they lose one here, obviously it's an upgrade.
Daze is a fan of those weapons, isn't he?
The UMP?
No, the Glocks.
Oh, that's true. He actually is.
He's a big...
He likes managers over coaches, too. He's kind of bizarre like that.
5 Glocks there for Cloud9. I think he'll be distraught if Cloud9 win this round, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be the UMP kill. Coldzera finds the first one, and it looks like quite an easy affair here, as predicted. For SK Gaming, might lose one frag, not meant to be though. It will be the pistol.
So now
final
what's
frag.
the call?
Well, you don't drop any of these weapons. Maybe Fallen gets an AWP just to kind of boost their chances slightly. I don't think they really roll that way though. I think they're just like, you know what?
Yeah,
Let's keep
full
these
bonus.
UMPs.
This is literally the 100%
This is
Jaden
like,
rounds.
yeah, this is okay. This can be Jaden.
The Jaden. When it's full bonus, it's Jaden. I like that. I get to see her for the first time.
5
in 3.5 months
SMGs.
this week.
It's not bonus. It's Jaden. This is fine. This is quite rare. We can say it every now and then. So 5 SMGs. If they win this round, that's nuts. It's still a very viable weapon. I don't think many people have got used to that fact yet. It can be used like a rifle.
Whoa.
Oh, God. Okay.
That's pretty sick.
Maybe not
Catches
like
them
that.
immediately. First down before the round even begins.
Yeah, dead now, of course. It's going to be the UMP. Fighting back, though. Does some decent damage through the smoke. Doesn't kill nothing, but takes him down to 24 HP. But now Cloud9. Quite good in these positions when they get the first kill. They don't overcommit. They're quite disciplined and patient. And they'll be trying to get some map control elsewhere. Looks like they've got 3 players towards long. They're not going to be committing. They're going to go towards short. They still have their smokes and flashbangs available. Probably the wisest place to go. They know they're up against these SMGs. And he's talked about the range. They clear up the short steps and nothing's there. Getting onto the A-cell will be quite an easy affair, but this is the problem right now on your screen.
FNX trying to get baited in with this. Nades go over. He's got position. Tries to get the shot on Stewie. Manages it. Goes for a second flash. Comes out. It's Coldzera from afar on the top of the ledge that will find the second kill. His automatic is slowed tremendously as a result. He's got an AK-47 just as all the others did, but he's got to find kills as most of the others did not. And he's got a FNX to start it off, but bomb inside of the doorway. Fallen's just babysitting it. Good flash in. Fallen looks away. Good kill from automatic. Good read. But he's tagged the 14, 2 versus 2, and Taco's waiting for him to re-enter toward mid.
Yeah, Fallen doesn't find that frag. The fact he gets a headshot there fully blind actually assists Taco in finding the frag. Now 1v1. Nothing. Takes down Coldzera. Gets the bomb as well. And Taco, he's in lower B.
Oh, this is interesting because nothing would have known Taco was in the lower tunnels and still elects to go to the B site rather than race him over to A. So this should give me an indication he's immediately inside of tunnels, plants safely, spots him already, and nothing's got all the information required early on, a full 45 seconds to play it out, but nothing oversteps and Taco hits the shot. The full Jaden round's going to win. Thank you for the AK. He'll grab the defuse momentarily. I think he was, well, I don't know what he's looking for.
I
To
think
be
he's
fair, there's
hoping
no
for an
AWPs, so.
Yeah, I think that's all his teammates said. Nope, just go defuse the bomb, please. And there it is, full Jaden. That prevails. Somehow, 5 UMPs. Like I said, if they clear out those short steps, they pretty much guaranteed to win the round at this point. Great shot from nothing. He's opened things up. That's a nice replay. And this is the point. If they clear this out, they've won the round, but resilient as ever, it's SK Gaming with the SMGs and Taco. He doesn't back down too easily there. UMP.
Look at the result of this. Now, they reinvested, but they still have 9150 on Taco, who managed to grab the AK at the end of the round, and the rest of them are all sitting with a round in hand already. And Cloud9 back the pistols. That's the benefit of winning a round like that.
Oh, this could get interesting, though. Stewie does find 1 kill towards Fur. Taco in the pit, though, neutralizes the situation. Good incendiary. That's going to force automatic to face. Punishes him at the same time as well. If he can find 1 more, like he does, that's pretty much going to secure the round. You know what? He might get all of them. He certainly does. Ace for Taco. Great work from him. Got interesting at the start there after dropping the first frag, but he steps out tremendously. Look at the money, like you pointed out before. 13K after 5 rounds.
That's pretty ridiculous. He's 8-0 on the back of that ace.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. AK that time.
An ace in 1 round as well. That's crazy. Never seen anything like it.
That was the start, as you mentioned. It could have got hairy from that point on, but they elected to bypass Taco, who redeemed it. Stewie's already inside of the tunnels. Pretty straightforward default. They'll establish the tunnels, the mid, and potentially push on to Catwalk. But Fallen is changing things up from a CT perspective. He's not going for the boost on the corner, but he's got an AWP facing down middle for anyone who dare walk around the corner without flashing it carelessly. That nade should give away the fact that there is someone there, though, and in fact it will. Stewie's obviously read that, and they should know now to not so carelessly walk through.
Fallen still committed towards short here. Not going to be watching Xbox for now. That's where Stewie elects to go, but he smokes off the catwalk area. But flashes come in. He decides he'll go in a more defensive position here. It's very common in pre-Vard and Flash, but still, Top Orbis can time it quite nicely and find 1 kill, and you have the option to drop down as well. That's the objective. 1 kill, get the hell out of there.
Fallen with the Molotov will buy a bit more time.
Oh, it gives his position away. So at this point, Cloud9 probably thinking, well, do you want to go up against Fallen, one of the greatest AWPers in the game, or shall we maybe go for a mid-split here?
Fallen's going to play more of a Kenny S spot, not the close drop angle. He wants to catch them off without the pre-fire, without the crosshair placement toward basically where his crosshair is, right there in that corner. But now he's got an advantage of trying to find them in turn, and he can still drop away from this, misses the shot, does the drop, and Cold's down below in CT for anyone who likes to try and push Cat and drop against him. He'll cover off the position and give Fallen the default spot out toward Car. But the question is, are they going to go mid or are they going to go Cat? Right now they're grouped. They've thrown smokes out mid. They could go for a wrap with a 4-man drop, but they're committing, and Fallen's found it. Cold's still in position as well. That drops bomb temporarily. He's going to slide back up, finds a headshot, but him going down, they've got to hold on to long. No pressure in that position just now. There is still Skadoodle at the top of middle, and with the bomb going down for Catwalk, automatic rather, okay, so I thought it was Skadoodle. It's automatic at the top middle who can hold this off, and if he can hold Cat, they've got a decent post plant still.
Problem is, SK's so good at these retakes. Fallen finds his 3rd frag of the round. Make it 2. Bit ahead of myself there, but he's looking for more. Skadoodle automatic to hold onto the short plant.
Skadoodle, the line in front of him.
Hold it together.
Couldn't find it. Does get that quick shot to FNX, and he's still got position at quad. They know where he is, but he's the last alive, and that makes it so much more problematic. He's got to hit every shot perfectly. The jump won't matter. Good assessment. Finds Fallen and Taco. He's had enough of it. He'll wrap around just in the nick of time as well. Thankfully for Kits, they'll get the defuse, and it'll be 5-0 for SK.
Well, there it is. It was a little bit of a last-ditch attempt there for Cloud9. They were running out of time. Didn't really have the utility to go for a full A execute. They smoke towards CD Spawn. A couple of flashes go in, but it's not enough to push Fallen back from that car position. Good shot there from Skadoodle. We didn't catch that in the first time, but still, he manages to make it an interesting situation, but 6-0 here for SK Gaming now. Double AWP setup, the strongest setup you can possibly have really on Dust2, I would say. I've always said it. And especially, I was going to say Cold Zero and Fallen, but it's going to be Taco on the secondary AWP. So that's fine if he wants to play towards the B site, the B player. Makes sense. Don't want to take Cold Zero out of position, I guess. And he'll be holding like a turret towards that B side of the map, looking for the first kill. Not going to have any confrontation just yet, though. But of course, maximum loss bonus for Cloud9 at this point. $3,400. He got the bomb down in the last as well. So no AWP available, but suddenly a buy. 5 AKs, an array of utility as well. Pretty much everything they needed for full execute. We haven't seen that as of yet, but the problem is they've had some difficulties taking this short area. They're going to have to expend a little bit now because they've been rattled in this area before. So the flashes come in. Gather that's clear. At this point now, they can go for the execution. A lot of teams will do that. That's the objective. Get short, execute towards A. Problem is, though, Fallen so scary in that position. Nothing's just going to look towards mid. This is going to get some more information now.
Cold, though. That's close. On the box, has the angle. Flashed in from his teammate. He knows there was a presence there, so he peeks to try and find it. Smoke will come out. Now cover off a mid-push should they elect to throw a fake toward Cat this time, but as you say, it's already established that they've at least got the execution potential, and Stewart's going to throw the drop smoke.
They've got 2 players towards long as well, so this will be some sort of A split coming in. Trying to shut down Fallen from long.
Right time to do it as well. They pulled Cold far away from that smoke. He's just got back in position now to watch the drop, but Fallen's got to hit shots once more. Flashed off it, knows they're going toward long, loses FNX. He's got to pull this back. Good flash in. Good wait as well to try and find the first kill, but didn't realize nothing was in the corner as well. I thought surely he spotted that. And I thought he'd pull the pistol. He doesn't. He goes down instead. So long lost. Execution successful. They've got the A site. It's all to Taco.
Yeah, Fallen pulls the pistol out. That's perfect, right? You got the 5-7, close range. Thought he was going to commit with that one. Get 2 kills and recover the first kill that was dropped there for SK Gaming. Not meant to be, though, and it's quite a nice execution in the end from Cloud9. An A split with the smokes and flashbangs. They kill FNX in the pit area. He goes down. Fallen has to rotate at that point. This was the kill coming in first. FNX got a strange position. Let's have a look at this now, man. 5-7. Spots him. Perfect. I'm not sure that's like he's hit Q by mistake and quick drawn. You're not going to be able to get the AWP out again and kill no-scope in time. No. It's never going to happen. Keep the 5-7. Surely give it a go.
1.6 quick switch. We're just like ba-boom,
yeah,
ba-boom.
That would have been something that could be possible. But yeah, at that point you got the 5-7, which can be a 1-bullet kill at close range. So just keep that out, surely. But maybe a miss switch. I'm not so sure. It didn't look like he intended to do that.
Yeah, no, that seemed like an obvious pistol one. Interesting play, nonetheless. Could have cost them the round. If they'd kept long, they might have had a better chance for Taco. Ultimately, they did lose the players on the side as well, so it still would have been a tough task.
Yeah.
Taco, speaking of, is going to bring his AWP over toward the B site. Close angle to play. He's hoping for them to waltz in.
That's a weird one, isn't it? But a headshot through the smoke, all the same. Nothing goes down to 16 HP. So, rough time. Always a little bit annoying when that happens. You decide to and gather a little bit of intel, listen for the sounds, and dance around the smoke, and he get punished for it. So will be falling once again towards his short position. But let's have a look at the setup for Cloud9 overall. They have got 2 players in T-spawn. The bomb's heading towards B tunnels. You see automatic will be helping them out as well. This will be some sort of mid-split, but Stewie, I have to say, it's a bit reckless. No flashbang there. Pretty simple procedure. We did know Fallen was in that round, in that position in the previous round as well. So he will be taken down, and Taco, perfect opportunity now to just clean up. Ooh, okay, this could get a bit more interesting. I thought Shroud would be able to nail that shot, but he'll be taken down as well.
Good bait in as well, because now Fur's up close, but somehow doesn't hit the shot. Taco's going to have to pull this back out. Not normally someone we see on an AWP, and he finds 4 kills. He's at an ace in this game, a 4K with the B site on an AWP.
Yeah.
And that's pretty spectacular, especially, as you said, Shroud potentially could hit that shot. I don't think Taco realized he was that close when he threw that flash.
This is the kill I found strange there. Stewie, that's a little bit reckless. You can see what he's trying to do. His teammates are going towards B. So at that point, he's actually, you know, oh, we're going towards A. There's smokes here, but he doesn't flash at all. It's quite an easy kill for Fallen to pick up. And Taco, what a tremendous game he's having so far. 13-1. He's died once after 9 rounds. It's kind of nuts.
Yep. That is pretty sick. And again, normally it's called 0 we see on the second AWP, but he's playing the swing position, so why have 2 AWPs on one side of the map? They give it to Taco and B, and he shows he's definitely up to the task. We were criticizing his close angle at the start of the round, but repositioned himself accordingly.
He did indeed. That was a very strange position. As they come towards B, there's not really much he can do apart from get one no-scope and take a bit of a risk there. But he makes up for it in the end, and it's going to be a full reset for Cloud9. Quite a harsh one as well. Have a quick look at their money. We were just talking this. They have got enough to buy into the next round, so won't be the best, but enough to work with, you know. So if they can get a bomb down here, that'd be great. Most teams will go towards short, maybe run boost with a smoke and flash over towards the A side, try and get the short plant down. It's the most viable way to try and get that bomb planted. As Stewie makes his way up to that same position where he got taken down before. This time he's ascertained it's clear. Flash over, just by himself. Why not? Have a look on the A site. Does spot the AWP there, and Fallen fires off a speculative shot while blind. Does not manage to land it though. So at least I know where Fallen is for now.
For now. Pretty straightforward position, to be fair. I'll see if they can cover off the aggression, the tension applied to Long this time, because remember, FNX did go down there last time. That was what cost them, but up against pistols, it's not quite as likely they'll be as successful in that sense. Stacked on Cat, all 5, ready to go. A site, no one directly on it, but Cold Zero already coming back in that direction. They do go for the isolation smoke, as I have called it, to cover off Long position, but Fallen's able to get closer and find 2 already. Nothing these pistols can do, and I say nothing these pistols can do, and he does exactly that by getting 1 kill, but Fur's there to close out the rounds.
There it is. Like I said, try and get towards short, flash over, try and get the bomb down towards that short position, but not meant to be this time. Didn't really have enough to work with there. Like I said, there are options to try run boost. It's a little bit gimmicky, I guess, but sometimes it can work. Most of the time it doesn't. It always fails, it seems, but we'll have a look what goes forward here in round 10. Another buy for Cloud9, not ideal. A Galil comes out, Skadoodle with no head armor. That's actually kind of a big deal against the M4s. But round 10, SK certainly running away with this one.
Can I just point out that they've got 2 major championships, and Fallen still elects to wear the coin that says quarterfinalistic.
I've noticed a few players doing that.
Yeah.
Humble brag sort of thing.
Yeah,
so Got so many, I just want to wear this one today.
Yeah,
automatic. Back
whatever.
towards mid. Okay, let's kill Cold Zera and it's fullback. Not bad at all.
Oh, it's Taco that's going to wait from window again on an AWP. This double up setup needs to come up strong now, because with Cold down, that's the most important player in terms of support on the CT side. He swings through CT to cover off this exact position right now, this execution on the A, the 3-2 split as it looks to be, with a drops potential. And he also covers off mid for a mid to B split. So FNX is going to have to hold Long on his own. Fallen's going to have his obligations firmly fixed upon the A site, and he's found. Shroud just walks through and checks it. That's actually quite clever.
Yeah, you can see FNX waiting for a flashbang there, but now this is the real test for Cloud9. Do they dare challenge Fallen anymore? They do. Stewie doesn't nail the shot. So 4-2, Taco and Fur on the retake. Both in city spawn, it seems. Bomb yet to be planted, so it's a sliver of hope for them here still, but not much. As it will be Skadoodle. Make it Stewie finding another AWP kill towards city spawn.
And you could see just how much that 1 kill on Cold meant, because as soon as that happened, Fallen has to go closer to the site to watch Catwalk. Can't support FNX at Long. And he loses FNX, it puts him in a very awkward situation between the boxes, and he falls round over.
So if you want to talk about the tactical approach there, it's not like they've brought some really sick tactics to the table. We said they're absolute best and they're confident, they're a little bit looser. That's what Cloud9 can really outskill players and show this talented team what they're available. Shroud right now, that's the first kill we actually got in this game, Matt. 1 for 9.
It's all right, he's Canadian, he's allowed. He starts off cold, and he thaws out in about mid-July.
Right, okay, it's November, but hopefully it will start to warm up soon. It's going to be, Warzman is walking out middle. Bit of a gamble. but a lot of teams do play 2 towards B at the start of the round to stop the rush, and I guess it does work out for him in that respect. He looks towards CD Small, takes that cold zero, and it gives him their second round here, but still lost a couple of players. I think it'll be okay for a bye regardless, but now we're starting to get into it. You can see the money's actually going, yeah, it probably will be an eco next round, but still, the money for SK is not great. It's a long take coming in, cold zero flashed, and Shroud finds his second kill of the game, and he's actually starting to step up now. Maybe he's starting to shake off the cobwebs as we go into round number 11. It's to be a 5-on-3.
It's actually an interesting point. Cloud9 always have good summer runs, probably because Shroud's still thawing out. Fallen gets in a very close angle. Flash comes through. Again, they've lose long, and Cloud9 capitalizes. That seems to be where they're at their best. Remember before the last game, Dazed pointed that out, how they're so good at executing and taking control fast on that long position, and it seems to be catching SK out. Because again, now it's down to Taco and Fur.
It seems like they're kind of throwing caution to the wind at this point. The defaults aren't working. They aren't getting the picks they need. It's a map where you rely on your Orpa, and Skudur's been pretty quiet so far, apart from in the real close situations towards the end. It's not opening up the map for them. So just saying, okay, let's choose an objective to start the round. Let's go up mid, try and find a pick. Let's go long, work together, stick as a unit, and actually starting to find frags now. Like I said, Shroud, very quiet until the last 2 rounds. He manages to find 2 influential kills there, and actually starts to climb up the scoreboard. 3 for 9 now. It's nothing to write home about just yet, but still, he's arriving and finding the influential kills. It's essentially won this round for them. So the money should be an eco, but we are saving 2 weapons here for the Brazilian side. One in the B site, that's going to be, I believe it's Taco, and then Fur towards the long doors in T-spawn. And they will be saving the weapons as well. You can see all the T's turtling up towards long. They want to make sure they keep the money here. This is the couple of kills coming in from Shroud.
So Cloud9 able to pick up their third, and it seems to all be off the basis of winning it long when they can.
I should sit up.
You know,
Don't
you
slouch.
Relax.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. Relax.
Yeah,
Everything's fine. I'll handle this for you, Henry. But no, it seems to be when they get long, as I say, they're picking up rounds. Problem is they're not finding the first pick too often. And when so they get cold zero once, that changes the complexion of how they set up long. But FNX is the one that needs to be a little careful in that position, because when he goes down, it puts Falling kind of in a weird position.
So we saved 2 weapons there. I think I could see a force by coming in. So they say 2 M4s. There's a CZ, a UMP, and another UMP. So they are forcing into this. But from what we're seeing with that UMP action, this could work out pretty well for the Brazilians. Let's see what happens here. As we go into round number 12, this will be a big one for Cloud9 to pick it up. It will almost certainly be an eco next round if they do manage to win it and potentially make this a more realistic prospect. They go towards long. There are 3 nades going in there. Shroud, be careful. And he does get the first frag. Actually starting to be very impactful now. Taken down by FNX there with that aforementioned CZ. So still a 4-on-4. There's some damage to FNX, but Automatic takes a chunk himself. Stewie now looking towards mid. So be fair on the other side of those mid doors. What weapon has he got? He's got the M4, one of the few. So let's see whether he can listen to footsteps and maybe take a challenge here.
EWP. Ooh, voice.
Luckily,
where did you go?
Last map, it's okay. Hold on for one more.
No, it's fine. I don't know what that was. Just didn't clear my throat. I'm sorry.
I had the same thing. I had these little like peanut butter cookies.
No, that was a terrible decision.
Yeah, I realized I couldn't really talk.
Henry, there's a game going on. I don't care about your life. Automatic at the top of middle. I do like peanut butter cookies. And Stewie already up catwalk. Different position from Cole this time, not playing swing. He's going to play it on Goose. First time he's been there. Now, we know that's easily to take care of with utility should you expect the presence. And utility, they've got a plenty. They've got 4 Molotovs to work with. But on this UMP, Cold Zero wants to find himself in a closer position. The problem is right now, Stewie's going to check this. There's no way he's not. He's already this deep in the site. He's got to consider it as a possibility. Checks it, but misses it. And Cold capitalizes. This will force them back over to the B side. It's Taco, the one to try and counter them off. Flash goes in. Is he going to get checked? He's been blinded in full duration, and that gives nothing enough time to walk in, check it out with a smoke on his right. Not much else to look at. Finds the kill. Now they just got to cross over, and Skadoodle jumps up to make sure no one pushes through door. AWP ready for it. In fact, a quick little pre-fire. But Bomb just getting in position now in a 3 versus 3.
So Stewie showing his hand towards the A side. Now the B plant has come in. 3-on-3. 1 kit available with no nades against the Orpa Skadoodle as well. He's going to have a real good time here if they decide to just push through with no nades whatsoever. So almost an impossible prospect to even try and retake it. I would say at this point, we probably just need to save. It's one of the hardest sites on the map to even try and reclaim. No nades, almost impossible. Maybe not for FNX.
Oh, okay. That's the last-ditch effort. I was going to say Skadoodle's still in a position where he can try and cover this off, but SK take him down, and, well, good retake
I have to say, Skadoodle's position there, you've got an AWP, right? And you know it becomes a lesser buy of the SK Gaming, and that's where you position yourself. Surely get him on the back platform. You know they're going to be limited, not going to have the incendiaries. Get somewhere stronger, you can be a bit more impactful in that sense. He gets completely shut down. This was the big kill, though. Stewie, like I said, he's been trying to be this role player and actually get himself into the A site and have a bit of a luck going on there. But FNX, what a stellar play that was in the B tunnel. I thought he had no chance. They're managing to throw it away. It was Cloud9. It's going to be 9-3. They still have money available, though. They're going to go towards long once again, but Fallen, close range action with the AWP, takes down Stewie once more.
Fast cat play. He's gone to sit there multiple times. They line up. Spray comes through. Somehow automatic finding beforehand will get Shroud to avenge his teammate Skadoodle, and this comes back to a 3 versus 3. So Cloud9 in this with a shout. But it's a large shout when you consider the position of the CTs. Look at the mid presence right now. They've already pushed up. They're pincering them off. They know they're at long, and Taco and Fur just going to sit passively and wait for them to rotate back. They're splitting up a little bit, though, and that makes me a bit curious because right now Cloud9 is going back. Taco is going to be isolated in this. Fur's gone to leave him, and he's found in the corner. Automatic's found an opening, and Fur still wants to try and hold them on this side of the map, but it's another one-on-one situation, or one-on-multiple in that sense as well.
That is called the Heaton map, when you throw a smoke grenade and disguise it as a flash.
Is that what they call it?
That's what they called it. He made it famous in a nuke game once, and it became immortalized as the Heaton.
The Heaton.
Many years ago. Many, many years ago.
Yeah, he's still around.
Still kicking about.
But this opens up, so there you go, that one pick. This forces the defense to split because they saw automatic jumping back over and they couldn't get a re-peek in. That was Fur that spotted it, so he has to relinquish his position, and this gives up mid. Good rotation coming in from Fallen. AWP already down towards CT, but look to his left. He's already got automatic in, and will he respond and react in time? This flick would be, incredible, but automatic overcommits. He thinks he's in towards CT, and somehow he's got time to pull the pistol, hit a headshot, and bring this back to a 2 versus 2, bring the AWP to the window, and with 17 seconds, they have to go to B. Fallen is capitalized with a little bit of luck.
That was kind of nuts, wasn't it, with the pistol? I thought Automatic would be able to take him down there, but still, he steps up, and SK Gaming really running away with this one now. Here's the replay of that close range shot. We didn't see it from his POV before. What a great opening play that was. Automatic with some good work here. That was a play with the smoke I was mentioning before, as I called it, the Heaton. And Taco took the bait, but that was such an important kill from Automatic. Thought he was going to hit it, but now they go into an eco, round number 14. This is getting to the point in their return, allowing SK to have 11 rounds on the CT side of Dust2. Pretty scary prospect, and maybe more. Could be a 12-3 ultimately. FNX gets nice and up close towards the long doors. Just PT50s and a Deagle. A couple of flashes. You'd assume that he's just flashes towards long doors, but FNX will be in front of them, so they won't even affect him at this point unless they bounce it through the doors himself.
He's changed his approach, FNX, for sure. He's been playing multiple different angles to try and win this. It's been the struggle for SK, if you want to call it a struggle. They're still up 10-3. And again, he's going to get pressured. Needs to find kills. They line up. He's got 3. And Fallen comes back over to get the 4th. Cloud9, okay, sure, just pistols. They won't get anything out of this. Bomb down, round over.
Yeah, not really much they're going to do with that. Went for the long take. They're smoked out for so long, decided to push through. Eventually, they were decent flashbangs, but they just didn't capitalize, didn't run around the corner, and FNX sprays them down. And it's going to be Stewie helping out a little bit as well as he hits automatic, but still. 11-3, like I said, that's a bit of a foregone conclusion in my opinion. If they get 12-3, GG. We'll see what happens. 5 AKs, 3 smokes. That's all they have to work with here. Fallen, poison ready. Nails the shot. No problem whatsoever.
Sassy. As he takes down automatic. Not going to respond fast enough to get the first crossing player, but doesn't overreact and try and desperately hit him through the doors. Wants a second player to peek instead. Goes back though, and he gets sprayed down. So 45 HP for him. Cold Zero down on the A site. Fallen electing to play in middle. This does give a bit of space to Catwalk. They'll know Fallen's down towards CT. Hence why Stewart is waiting for him to walk up the ramp, and smartly he will not. They may have to give up the site in this and play the retake. Well, it seems to be exactly what they're going to do.
Oh, excuse me. I'm stuck to the chair, Matt. You're going to take
You're
over.
falling. That's why slouching. I told you not to slouch. So bomb planted for Catwalk. Skadoodle still has position to play with. They're going to cover off the fact that ramp is still a threat. Nothing's playing very passive at mid. He's allowed 2 players by. He's going to lurk in late. Fur's watching this, though, and nothing, I got a feeling, is going to go down on this with the wrong crosshair placement. Fur's found it. That's their sneak play, their backhand to try and cover off Catwalk. That's going to leave Skadoodle in the open. Another retake potential here for SK as they take away the positions covered. It's still 2 versus 2. Fur's found Shroud. It's all on Stewie. He's on top of the site as well. Taco spots him, headshot in. And that falls apart because they're relying on Nothing, who gets caught off by Fur.
What a half from Taco. Fallen as well. Those guys completely rocked Cloud9's world. 12-3. Difficult prospect to come back from, but if they win the pistol, potentially a chance. We'll see what happens.
Tumultuous times as yesterday in overtime, Liquid, they lost in a decider match that has effectively knocked them out before we even get to the arena in Oakland, a North American tournament. Keep that in mind because the story is much worse for Cloud9. If they lose this game,
bye-bye.
It's over for them. And we have a North American tournament with North American list teams. We'll have maybe SK, sure, they're South American, but we'll have no one else.
Quite polarizing ESL events. So we've got Pro League finals, which they win. And we come to IEM, and they're going out in the groups, potentially.
Do you know what the cool part is, though?
What?
You get to see what Thorn would call the best teams in the world because they're European. If you go to, I believe, it's at the bottom. There you go, IEMOakland.com, or what is it? IEM, yeah, I thought there was a slash in it. IEMOakland.com. I will come and chant in the crowd with you, and we will all have a great time.
You would dab as well.
I will. I knew you were going to say that somehow. I knew
dab.
that was going to. I will not dab with you. I'm sorry.
You did it.
The dab is dead. I will happily give mustache rides, though.
What can you say about that one? Let's get into the game, shall we? I think there's actually technical issues.
There
we can't.
That's why we're filling time. So he'll give the same treatment, but it won't feel the same.
It'll just be a ride.
Yeah, that's right. So it'll be a good time, though. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I was not at San Jose last year, where the cream pie was born, but I think we're going to have some more eventful stuff on the stage. We get.
I think Carmack's got something creamy up his sleeve.
I think he's got some plans, because I know he's talking to me about doing some stuff.
Jason promised he'll never, well, he said he'll never see a cream pie again in his life, but I'm not so sure. I think there's going to be a few more twists and turns. Carmack loves the cream pie.
Well, speaking of twists and turns, we're going to need some in this game. 12-3 at half. SK battering Cloud9. They only pick up 3 rounds when they found either the opening kill on Cold or 2 times by getting long control. It was a struggle for them the entire time. Here's our stats. Nothing, 10 and 13. Only 1 in double digits. It's not quite, I don't think, revenge that SK would want in terms of serving them the, another loss, considering it was in Brazil in front of the Brazilian crowd. Sure. And it's not quite as significant, but they're definitely leaving nothing on the table.
It's quite a hollow victory when the Cloud9 didn't turn up at all, right? It's not the same as like having a close game and closing it out. But Cold Zero, 117 ADR. I don't think it was
113 for Fallen as well.
Fallen was it? Okay. Yeah. Well then, if SK win this pistol, might be goodbye Cloud9. A little bit of a shame in an NA tournament, but still, let's see what they can do here. It will be a Superman by Vitaka. Why not? He has been playing like a Superman. No Kryptonite available for Cloud9, it seems. As we go into the pistol, up towards short they go. They have got smokes available for the A site if required. You normally save for the post plant. That's if you don't go out towards mid. Maybe the smokes are there as an option if they want to fall back. But yes, post plant, smoke off short. Cities can't rotate in. Can be very powerful indeed.
So Superman won't be the one to lead the charge. It's Cold Zero that sacrifices himself to the hands of Automatic. Remember, he was one of the 4 players with armor. Fallen does not, so that weakens them tremendously. Lovely shots! I was going to say shot, but shots indeed! Skadoodle with 3 as they wrap onto quad. He'll get out to Fallen, but that buys so much space. Automatic just swings back through. And that was beautiful stuff on the USP from Skadoodle.
Look at it. Sometimes you have just got to look at it.
That's impressive.
That was pretty
and
nuts.
Speedy replays. I love our replay system this
week.
This
is actually really cool. 12-4, so like we said, Cloud9 needed that to stay alive. No bomb going down for SK, so we'll be a force buy here in the second. Deagles, not Tech 9s, interesting. 1 Tech 9, okay. Prefer. Fallen, the AWPer, of course, he buys some utility, but sticks on the Glock. No armor for him. Let's try and get the bomb down, boys. That's going to be the objective here. Try and win the round after. It'll be 3 rifles, a Scout, and a UMP for Shroud. Like I said before, very quiet game from him. He's had a bit of a rough year, I'd say. Always on Reddit, but never seems to really step up in these huge games.
That's a good point. Definitely has individual skill.
Of course.
There's no question about that. It's just a matter of utilizing it correctly. Building up a, perhaps, repertoire of game sense or intuition of competitive game. As Taco gets toward quad again. Double smoke out allows them a little bit further before spotted, hence the smoke the flash is over top once he did arrive at quad, but FNX has already snuck the bomb in. Decent plant for SK. This will give them a decent amount of cash injection for the next round, should they like to go for an early buy, but they forced in this one, it'll limit them.
Still favor Cloud9 here. It's a pretty simple retake against pistols, but can they find this first frag fall? We can hear them.
Good position. Didn't expect them to be that far up, so easy headshot close up. It's traded back. Cold Can't find the Deagle. Stewie's got 2, and that's going to make this all too easy. Yee, I say that.
Whoa!
I say that, and Taco finds 2. Flash comes through, and Furs found a 3rd. It's suddenly down to Automatic on a brilliant Deagle play from Taco. Taps out the bomb, does Automatic. Tries to spray transfer it over. He's got no kit. He's got to find Taco in the smoke.
Falls off.
Falls off. That's going to buy time, but Taco chases him down. It doesn't matter. Time is gone. No kit. SK win it on the back of Taco's brilliance.
To be fair, he had no kit. I guess he was just trying to fall back at that point. He couldn't have won the round regardless. But what was that from Taco? He's been playing great so far, and this keeps adding to his total to 6 shots. That round should have never gone in their favor. But he delivers, oh my God, a stellar Deagle performance there. That's nuts. Okay, then. The pistol round, after being picked up quite convincingly, it's all gone horribly wrong for Cloud9 as we go into round number 18. Fast play towards long. Nothing will be waiting for them. They have force put into this round. He's only got the 5-7, taking a lot of damage, but good position once again through the smoke. Looking for 2, and he picks it up as well. 5-7 working out for him.
Great flash as well to give him that position, that quick smoke. He knew what it meant, so he tried to use it to his advantage and play on the inside of it. As soon as the flash came in, he pushed. But it doesn't give him the AK because he goes down immediately after, and dropping into pits. Skadoodle at least gets coldzera back. It's down to a 2 versus 2. It's still awkward. Shroud gets found by Fallen, but he's on 9 HP. And isolated, if he goes down, it's an AK grabbed. He manages to pull it back 14-4 for SK.
Well, pretty scary round overall then. I think doing tremendous work. They see right clicks that flash in front of the smoke. Perfectly pushes through, finds 2 kills, but still the round eludes them. Falling that scout, doing some work, picks up the AK and finishes it off himself as well. And it's going to have to, I was about to say, will it be another force bite? Apparently not. They're going to allow SK Gaming to get to round number 15. It's like pick your poison at this point. You force buy in and have no money going forward.
Yeah,
and
both those shots.
Both tags coming in. Yeah, you're right. Well, it's just insult to window at this point, is it not?
Yeah.
Well, Mac 10s are out, UMPs as well. They know it's going to be next to nothing available for the CTs, and match point obtained. Okay, maybe not nothing. Maybe if he finds his kill, it's a chance, but both kills picked up by Fur there with the Mac 10. Lots of money achieved, and the round picked up as well. Just Skadoodle with the PT50, 4 players against him, and the bomb's going towards B. Couldn't really be more variables working against him in that sense, but there we go. Match point found for SK Gaming. What a rough ride it's been for Cloud9 here, and like we said before, we do say goodbye to them. They can't. Well, I'm not 100% sure of that. I'm going to say maybe there is some sort of mathematical equation where you get
I think it's no, because it's 6 teams. You play 5 games. You're going to end 3 or 2 or 2
you're
and
right,
3.
Yeah, so it's definite GG for them.
You're gone.
Yeah.
If there were 5 teams, there could be a mathematical equation that works. But where there's 6 teams,
right, yeah.
If you lose 3, you're out.
Well, there you go.
So Fur gets in toward the dumpster. Does act quickly upon doing so. It's nothing on the inside of the smoke. There'll be a gap if he takes a step further where the 2 smokes meet underneath of it. Nothing would have been able to spot. In fact, I think that's exactly how he spots him now, just toward the dumpster. He tries to continue to play that angle, but Fur will fall away. And the bomb, meanwhile, has gone over toward the B site. FNX wants to lead the charge through. 1 player in the site directly, and only one. It's going to be Stewart 2000, who's going to have to step up large. In behind the barrels, finds the first kill. Second rotation is going to come back through now. It's automatic inside the middle. It pops back out. Cold's able to take down Stewie. But he doesn't elect to go, having the bomb on his own and losing everyone over at the A site. It still favors Cloud9.
Oh, absolutely. And low HP. Whoa.
That's a panic shot.
Mid HP.
Easy, Captain Mo.
Did they? Oh God, that don't remind me of that. Oh, I didn't check Reddit that day. That must have been top for a while. I assume it was.
It could have been.
Well, 4 on 2. 45 seconds to play with it. This round isn't over, believe it or not. coldzera and Fur, 2 of the absolute best players on the planet. If they can find his first kill onto Nothing, that's when it starts to get a bit interesting. Let's see whether Nothing can find success here. Good position from him, though. Not aware just yet, so I would say should be done. There it is. That will solidify it, and just coldzera remains.
coldzera, top mid, trying to find an additional kill, do anything just to win out this round. And he'll try. He'll go all the way to the bitter end with it. Tag's coming in from his backside. Doesn't want to commit to it because he knows Skadoodle's got the positional jump on him if he does. But this is a problem. He's going to go. No one pushes him long. They all knew where he was. Automatic gets the kill. Still 10 map points to play with, so we won't get too excited for Cloud9's behalf. Not until they hit 13 am I going to get excited.
Okay, 13.
13.
All right. Well, I'll see what I can do. It's going to be round number 21. The buy's coming through either side. We have got an orb for Fallen. I think he had the good spawn as well. No, he did not. It's going to be his teammate there. It's actually one of the few maps that are very spawn-based. If you get a long spawn here, most teams will take it, as SK are right now. Pushing through the initial incendiary. It's FNX trying to find that first kill, but nothing. And Shroud doing some tremendous work here. They knocked down 3 players. Round pretty much over. Oh, okay. I thought Fallen, that was a guaranteed kill there, but apparently the bullet goes straight through the player. And it will be a 5-on-2. coldzera and Fallen remain.
It's cheeky coming out in front, tries to push through, beat the smoke, but nothing stands in charge at long, and looking convincing over the last 2 rounds is Cloud9. But again, 13.
Yeah, so like I said, spawn-based map Dust2. If you have the 3 players towards those ideal positions, most teams will take it. And it's a bit of a risk. You can be vulnerable to the incendiaries. I'm going to talk over this, it's done. Just so you know. And yeah, if you find his first picks and you can get the flashes over, it can be very effective indeed. But there's a lot of defense techniques you can use. There's incendiaries you can drop at the start of the round from the car position, for example. Flashes you can use, and that's actually almost perfect from Cloud9. Great defense here. It's not over yet. Still some life left in the old girl, it seems. We're going to... Any other names you want to throw out there with that?
No, why would I?
Just like you did before.
What do you mean?
Don't worry.
Skadoodle hits a lovely shot on the Fallen. I don't know what you're talking about, Henry.
I'll tell you after.
I know what you're talking about, Henry. I just don't know what you're talking about, Henry. Good position from Skadoodle. Falls all the way back. No smokes available to SK, so walking out middle, they're just sitting ducks. And they get taken down as a result. Shroud finds Taco. Another kill for him. You can count them still, I think, on 2 hands, but FNX the last alive. Another 1 versus 5, so they haven't even found kills. Cloud9's building a massive bank, but banks don't matter when 1 round ends the game.
Yeah, indeed. That's very important. But FNX, Deagle in hand, not really much you can really do it. If you can find a kill, save a weapon for the next round, that would certainly help the bank accounts, but we'll see what happens. Ooh. Shots between the doors there, but we'll be Skadoodle finishing it off. They're not going to be too hyped about winning that round just yet. Like you said, I think they're probably around the same sort of mindset you are. Round number 13, they can start getting fired up a bit, but for now, just grind it out, hope for the best, and don't look at the top of the scoreboard. That would be my advice to them.
Yeah, I mean, for them, it's not like they're going to say, oh, guys, we can't win until we're at 13. They're going to play every round to win, but they're not going to psych themselves out.
You're not going to get sort of super fired up and start believing. You just have to do what you can. All available for SK. 5 rifles, one of which is a Galil for Coldzera. 3 players outside long, and I like this. You know, we talk about Skadoodle not really being assertive enough, and he's going to be looking for his first pick towards lower B. Smoke will be dropping. He's hoping that the player decides to face before he gets a chance, but meant to be. He'll be sticking there for now.
So yeah, this forces the hand and the angle back toward the mid position instead. Spotting this boost, they'll know there's 2 here, which would indicate that either there's no one down toward mid CT or no one at long, which is the case in this. Spotted Fallen. We couldn't see him in turn, so at least have information that there's someone inside of mid, but they'll back away from this, and they're, as a result, going to put Skadoodle in a position to try and cover the doors instead. And now they'll rotate someone out toward that long position. Surely they've got to cover it off, and yeah, it's going to be nothing that heads down in that direction to make sure they don't give that up, and it's Catwalk that's under the approach, so smart for him to get there as he does, because if they lose that approach when Catwalk gets taken over, it takes a tremendous amount of possibilities out of the retake.
Execution coming in from SK by the looks of things. They're lining their smokes up. They have a player watching the flanks. It'll be Fur, watching even pushing long. There was smoke on towards the A site. Flashes as well. They haven't really got enough of full execution, I would say.
Cheeky.
That's a real tight gap there between the bomb site boxes. Normally use that one on the left, but he's gathering information. Easy shot, really.
Lovely shot. Now watch Shroud, because they've gone down. There's a smoke there. He's going to be able to push through. FNX is in the open, but he doesn't even need to help Skadoodle. He's got the shot instead, and Shroud's going to follow it up with 2 lovely headshots over the edge of the wall, down to Fur. Another 1 versus 5. They're not even finding openings right now, which does start to convince me a little bit.
This was a weird buy from them, though, right? They had 4 AKs at Galil, not really that many grenades. At this point, when you just need to find 1 round, you might as well just take the eco so you get the full buyout, right? And just close it up properly. This is the opening of the winner opportunity. Fur needs to be careful now. If he dies at this point, he gets no money, and we've got a pause coming in. So set up, Matthew.
You're right. I'm sorry. Lovely shot from Skadoodle. Again, he catches the second one. FNX, who was dead either way because Shroud was walking up, but by staying alive, he holds them at quad and gives Shroud the opportunity to find 2 immediately after.
Hello there. Welcome to ESL IEM Oakland.
Hold on, I'll do James Bardoff. Hello, Henry.
That's pretty good.
That is James Bardoff.
It's pretty good. Well, then we have a small tactical pause here, I'd say, for SK Gaming at this point. Is this another force bite? This is why we're talking on camera. Let's go have a look. Yeah, so
I really want to just...
Fur, he has force ball into this one. So he's got an AK and head armor. His teammates, not so much. They're doing a partial buy Tech 9. That's fine. It means he'll have a Tech 9 next round if they don't win it. But the problem is they're not winning rounds right now because they don't have the economy to work with. So this is a weird decision for me.
Well, they're not even getting kills, which
Exactly,
means they're not getting bomb plants, which means the lost round bonus doesn't take as much effect.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, this is a weird one. still, like I said, it's not really worth really denting the economy of Cloud9. Like, you win one run, that's it anyway. So yeah, weird decision from me, I would say. There's still going to be a maximum loss bonus next round, so I guess he gets 3,400. I guess it's kind of boosts their chance to get the bomb down with an AK there. So if they get the bomb down, yes, he can buy. But still, I think at this point you just want to say, look, let's just get the tech lines out, partial buy, maximum loss bonus next round. We'll get the AWP out, we'll finish it off properly. But we'll see. So, smokes, 3 of them available. And have 5 flashbangs as well. Molotovs. There's anything aggressive coming from the CT. The problem is when you're up against the ropes like this, you can't really afford to go aggressive with the CTs. We talk about being a very dynamic map for the CTs. You have lots of opportunities to find frags, but right now it'd be high risk, right? Like you might as well just sit back and try and grind it out. You're not really losing any players at the moment, so yes, it's a nice, interesting idea to think, like, let's go aggressive, let's try and catch him off guard. But if it doesn't work out and you lose like that, it could be the worst feeling in the world. As a caller, especially, it's like, well, I made that horrible call and ultimately lost that game.
Crossfire set this time. With the first shot from Skadoodle to bait nothing back. Cover it should they advance after that shot comes through. But a Molotov out instead. Bit of utility expended toward the corners. 2 smokes. Doesn't look like they'll get too aggressive onto it. Taco's thinking about it.
Problem is now Skadoodle's
He's gonna go. They're both there. Nothing set the corner covered off though. Skadoodle in the pit misses a shot. Cold. It's a good thing nothing's there because it was in the open. It's going to leave it down to just 3, make it 2. Again, Cloud9 holding the line. They finally get something in terms of kills from 1 and 1 only for Fallen. And that's where it ends as Automatic swings out from B. 15-9. Cloud9 getting a little bit closer.
A little bit.
This would be a shocking state of affairs for SK.
This is why I said, why are you getting the AK Alpha? Now he's on a Tech 9. Yeah, that's fine, but like you're just trying to find 1 round here. Just take the ecos and let's get the AWP out and let's actually have the utility to work with. This is allowing Cloud9 to get back into this game slowly but surely. Just let the money stabilize. But still, we go into round number 25. 15-9, 1 more for double digits here for the North Americans. Towards B, it seems, we'll be heading this time. Smoke in, take some vision away from the potential AWP at the back, but Stewie, he's going to be poised, ready for them to make their way into that B side. As his presence being known as well as he fires off shot towards smoke and does some damage, and they will be committing at this point right now.
Good shot back in from Automatic though to find Fur. Best chance to get into a bomb site. They've had it a while, and Automatic still wants to fight back before they get any ground to plant the bomb. And it's down to another 3 versus 3. Better this time from SK, though. They only need the 1 round, remember. As Shroud wants to try and fight back, but has to be passive about doing so, waiting for his teammates to rotate. And in fact, one of those rotations is nothing going toward the tunnels through CT spawn. And that could be countered off by Cold Zero, who's on the stairwell. Nothing's already looking to the left. Cold's going to be staring him down. Good kill, straightforward. Just Skadoodle and Shroud remaining to try and keep Cloud9 alive in this game. They want to go through. Shroud gets a Molotov out. Good shot from Skadoodle. Excellent entry to cover off toward Closet. Knows where Fallen is. Baits out the shot. Skadoodle's going to go on the back of this. Has to cover off toward the tunnel, though. They know Cold was rotating back in. They've got the angles. They've got the information. They've got the first kill that needs to be traded, and Skadoodle's done it. He'll get the defuse as well, and they're just barely going to survive.
Just barely. Absolutely there. The thing is as well, the Molotov that he's through towards the window, that was a little bit too deep. It actually allowed Cloud9 to keep adding pressure from the window area. It was right behind this player on the screen right now, which is Automatic. That actually was quite a pivotal factor there. Allowed him to get in and do a lot of considerable work there, but Skadoodle, he's definitely the MVP of that round. Holding strong. Decent performance here in the second half. Hits his 20th frag as well and keeps the dream alive for Cloud9. 5 to go. We said 3 more, we'd start to get excited, but I'm starting to get there a little bit myself now, Matt. It's SK Gaming running out of ideas here. It's a simple place towards B. Yes, it comes down to the 1v1, but still, it's Cloud9 holding on. Into round number 26. Nothing commits to the pit. I think we have Godzera behind the blue bin as well. He might be undetected. Nothing doesn't seem to be showing that much attention towards that side of the map.
Try as he might for the pit. He's going to get pushed all the way around the corner. Now they've got something on the A side. That's not a pick they've found. In fact, I don't think at all in this half, to be fair. Both teams have had excellent CT sides and tremendous struggles on their T side. They'll go passive after finding that opening pick as well and try and force the hand with a minute and 17 seconds. Fur gets caught trying to anchor down the pit. He just wants to get in there. He just wants to hold it. And Automatic finding Fallen. It's suddenly switched around. This passive play, it's the right thought, but Cloud9's able to find openings. Good spray down from Automatic, who spots Cold Zero pushing through as well, is going to add to that tally. Does cost him his life in the end, but he's done a tremendous job of holding off Catwalk, bringing this down to just Taco and FNX.
Here we go then. The 52nd mark comes in. SK Gaming have 2 players remaining. They have a Molotov to work with, and they're segregated right now as it be Taco towards the B side. Could be walking in and hoping just to find a one tap towards Stewie. That's got to be required here. That's the first one. Doesn't land it. Stewie will just be flashing him off. I think at this point, Taco might just have to go join his teammate who's towards the long doors for now. He gets out. Has to make his way to the A side map, and he's got no nades to do so. So he can't spread the crossover. He can't really do anything to actually get the bomb on the site here. He has to nail like some sick shot in CT spawn with Skadoodle's actually watching, and then somehow try and cross. I didn't see it happening, but who knows? FNX, anything's possible.
Skadoodle, HP and Taco.
He's actually got to
trying to
cross.
swing out, but he hits the shot on Shroud, and he doesn't get countered. FNX has the plant as well in the A site. Now this is the problem for Taco. 7 HP has to survive in this. Hits the headshot. It might just be done now as Taco somehow finds a bullet into Skadoodle as he walks around, and all the good work of Cloud9 comes undone. They will go no further in the event. That is lovely from Taco on 7 HP.
I can't believe that. That's kind of sick. 3-on-2. They had no chance to get on the A side, but what great timing. Perfect synergy there from the Brazilians. It was a very convincing first half, and Cloud9 clawed their way back into it.
I think they were actually arguably better on their CT side.
They were
for a
looking
lot
great
of it.
there. Unfortunately for them, the first half was just so horrible for them. They had no chance of actually finishing that one off. But a great game overall in the end. Actually had a lot of exciting moments there. MVP for me has got to be Taco. What a great performance from him overall.
Yeah, we talked about the ADR of both Cold and Fallen. That seems like a consistent theme, but think about how many frags Taco had, especially in the AWP, which we don't normally see.
Yeah.
Something we do see quite often, probably too much, is Alex, but we've got an awesome company with him. It's going to be days we don't see him enough, so it kind of balances out, guys.
Zero arguments there. So, Days, let's start talking about Dust2 T-sides, because it was just a story of poor T-side performances from both teams. I mean, what on earth went wrong for either side? SK looked like they were almost losing that one. The note from Sadakis was that C9, for the most part, looked like they almost have a tighter CT side.
Oh yeah, C9 CT side was nice, but it's just too little too late. And we saw that a little bit versus NIP. C9, got even closer versus NIP on train, but they're starting off very, very slowly on those T sides. The rounds they're winning, again, they won very small margins and then got, their economy broken, like we just saw, NIP do against FaZe.
Sure.
So that tends to happen when you have very bad halves, of course. They went long A in considerable amount of times. It worked a couple times. Shroud, though, wasn't performing very well. He really only had 2 rounds that he had kills in. Everything was going wrong. The main thing that I take from it, though, they had so much trouble on catwalk. Fallen on the ledge was allowing no catwalk control for a long time, putting a lot of pressure there. He got Stewie once or twice, but the info was really good. They switched Cole now. He's now the rotator spot. He was in CT spawn all the time. That means you can't do anything mid-B. You can't do anything B earlier because he would stop B mid, and then you'd have 2B. So Fallen was very problematic there. One of the rounds that they did lose was because he wasn't on catwalk. They just gave him catwalk control and things like that. They just 3-2'd. So very problematic cat control.
Of course, we did see just a little bit of individual spice from Taco, pun intended. Really incredible stuff from him. Into the round 5, we got to see that ace. Yes, there was no Kevlar, or rather there was no real weaponry, but you did get to see him just mowing through them on long, especially just forcing out Automatic's position with that Molotov, and the rest just correlated. Just one nice magazine of his AK, and Cloud9 came tumbling down.
Yeah, and he doesn't even play long. He's their B player. So I don't know if they just went there because of the spawns, which most likely they did. I mean, their players are certainly adaptive. They can adapt enough to go to any spot. But normally he plays B. He just goes long. Hey, I'm just going to ace real quick. Luckily enough, they did come long and he just stomped them.
I mean, let's be honest. At the end of the first half, it looked like it was just going to be closed out. It just looked like a very one-sided affair. However, when you look in towards, say, round 25, things looked a little bit different. Cloud9, this was the retake that got us a little on the edge of our seats. I think Henry started to believe after this one.
Oh, yeah. And when I saw Cold's positioning here, his knowledge that nothing is playing in T-spawn, I just said, wow, this guy is just so good.
Switched on.
And then C9 has this incredible retake. Fallen right there underneath the window, does not peek Ska because Shroud is holding him right there, and just this 2v2 is just this crazy chaotic round that Cloud9's able to win, and right now you just started believing that they could do it. SK though, they really weren't able to get too many good buy rounds on T side because of what Henry was saying. They were doing some really off buys that were like, hey, we only need 1 round, let's try to do it. And then winning that second round for SK, they do it every single time, Alex. Every single time they lose that first round, they buy a lot of utility. They just simply go up catwalk. Nobody challenges them in the middle, which is fine. but they always have somebody at CT spawn, and they just have the perfect amount of flashbangs to get you to plant the bomb at the A site. And then I don't know how many clips there is of SK players just at like quad or elbow with deagles winning that second round, but it is way too many. Everybody concedes it to them, and they always take advantage of it. I have seen it so many times.
And what is the correct way to play against that? When you know that SK are going to be coming in with some form of weak buy, but they have found success with it in the past. How do you win the anti-eco consistently?
Well, I think against SK, you cannot just concede catwalk like that. You just can't. You need to play the room, right? Like, read the room. When you play against SK, they always do that. And you know who else does that? Cloud9 does that almost every single time as well. That time we saw them go, we saw C9 go into a mid-B on their second round, I believe it was, after they lost pistol, but they almost always do that as well. So to stop that, you could simply have 3A. The Scout, though, the Scout is good at, like, car, but only if they don't have a bunch of flashbangs. SK always eliminates that option because they just buy flashbangs, flash you out. You're retaking from long with a Scout. I would rather have a deagle at elbow and fight a guy that's going car and retaking A any day of the week because, most likely he's not going to headshot you. And, obviously you have like 7 bullets, right? So the Scout, I don't really like that buy against SK. And against SK, I think you just stick to 3A. If you have a guy Goose there, you're going to win every single time. Like, almost every single time. You really will.
Don't go full Moses. You never say it all the time.
You can't say 100%, but a guy Goose will generally just mow them down when they come in the site. If you notice, Fallen and Cold, they don't even buy utility on that. They just have, like, a deagle, 2 guys with no utilities, another deagle, and like 2 Tech 9ers.
Or a hell of a lot of UMPs. We saw plenty of them for SK as well.
Yeah, that was a big round as well. Yeah. There was a lot of big rounds.
Wasn't that when you think about it? As you think cycle through
there was a lot of momentum turners when they just had umps. Jordan got an amazing kill. Nothing when they pushed the B tunnels with 2 of them. He just took off. I think it was like Fur or something like that. Just took off his head immediately. But then that catwalk. They held catwalk with 2 umps and a flashbang versus like 3 terrorists coming with AKs. So.
SK proving their might and trying to get even closer to those playoffs at IEM Oakland. It was said over on the caster desk that Cloud9 would have no chance, but it has been readdressed. It does look like there is a certain set of results that could twist the fate of Cloud9 into taking this one. However, it does look seemingly...
We're like CNN during the election now.
Yeah, increasingly unlikely. There's no doubt about it. We'll be finding out a little later on. But what we can do is quickly bring up the groups just to recap exactly how on earth things are looking elsewhere. I'm not sure whether or not that is something we can do. I just know that there we go, just to update everyone. So Cloud9, the reason people were getting panicky is because they now sit at that 0-3 margin alongside Mouse Sports. The Dream looking very similar to that of Liquid. It does look most definitely increasingly unlikely. The fact that Heroic already got 2 wins under their belt, this underdog has already proven to be a little bit scary.
Yeah, I was not expecting it at all. I almost wrote them off as, there's almost no chance, but... boy, was I wrong.
And you know what? This is it. This is what the beauty of coming in as the underdog is. You can pick up every win to both you and to your opponents is a surprise. 2 for them, 2 for NIP, and even 2 for SK as they pick up that second now versus the North American opponents. FaZe, though. That is the big one. Yet to concede a single map, and they're going to be tested even more so in our next one. It's going to be SK Gaming going up against them. FaZe SK, yes, please. That's going to be coming up after our break, and I know you guys will not want to miss this one. Will FaZe go 4-0 and almost be locked in for the semis, or will SK continue this reign of terror? Find out in just a moment.